From May 20th through the 22nd, the Opera House Players in Enfield, Connecticut will be presenting special performances of the Tony Award-winning musical Next to Normal. This show is described as a shadowed production which fully incorporates a dual cast of hearing and speaking performers and American Sign Language performers. I spoke with the show's director, Sharon FitzHenry, to learn more about the production and the importance of inclusivity in the creative arts.
For us, we have created an entirely dual cast. So we have a cast entirely of singing, speaking actors, and then we have a cast that are performing entirely in American Sign Language and ASL. So normally when people think about a signed performance, the interpreter is off to the side and they're not actively involved in the production. For us, every character has two performers. So you might have two Dianas that are next to each other. Maybe they're in opposite and frame the stage. They interact. Sometimes they share signs. They share activity. So the two casts are entirely integrated and they shadow each other, you know, in motion and in emotion. We consider it to be different nuances of the same character.
Well, I was going to mention that being bilingual myself, I understand the challenges of trying to accurately translate something and stay true to the original material. So what have you learned as a production about putting together a presentation in this shadowed style?
Oh, I've learned a lot, and I can guarantee you that there is so much more I need to learn. We've tried very, very hard to be authentic to the deaf performers and to deaf culture to make sure that we are honoring that in its essence and not trying to make it just a gimmick. You know, it's not that. These are really talented actors, really talented performers. And so I challenge folks to come see this performance for their work. It doesn't matter what language they're using. They're telling this story so richly and emotively. It's been wonderful. But I have to give huge credit to our director of artistic sign language, Nikki Malik. She glossed the script, which is translating it into American Sign Language, making sure that both companies were using the signs that were appropriate to the moment. I mean, there's a lot that I've learned about sign language. Sign language has regional translation, like we think of accents, you know, phrasings that were current right now that maybe weren't necessarily in use 10 years or 20 or 30 years ago. So she's done an enormous amount of work and done a beautiful job bringing this forward in ASL.
Next to Normal is a Tony Award-winning musical, and it has been chosen as one of the year's 10 shows that you must see from critics from the Los Angeles Times, Washington Post, Rolling Stone, so much more. Why did you decide to produce this play for the Connecticut audience? Why did it make sense for Next to Normal to happen this year?
Well, for one, you want to choose a show that has a really amazing story and has gorgeous music. And that may seem like a funny thing to say when you're looking at translating a musical into sign language, but the lyricism of it, the way that characters move and interact, and then at the basis of it, this is a play about miscommunication. This is a play about not recognizing each other. Relationship is really story forward. And so all of that could come together in order to bring the ASL to a point of focus that was appropriate. And it worked really well. You know, for a character to say, "You don't hear me," well, is that because the speaking actor is talking to the ASL actor? So there's lots of little things that we played on in nuance.
The last nights of the show are coming up this week, and it's been a long month and of great shows. What will you miss the most, and what are you most proud of with this production?
I will miss the company. I mean, it's been 12 actors that have just poured their hearts out. I'm proud of us taking a chance, you know, regardless of how it lands, regardless of what an audience thinks when they walk out. I think it was important that we took the chance. I directed Next to Normal many years ago, and it was really kind of about the mental health issues of the story. This time it's been about relationship. And I think it's that relationship that I built with Nikki, our Dazzle, the relationship that the actors have made within the partners, the two Natalies, the two Henrys. I'd like to think that we're all a little richer for it.